Hi, this is Dr. Corey. Today, I'm going to take you through a little pre-squat warm-up that I like to do myself. So the first thing I like to start with is using the foam roller upper back first. So I'll put it behind me. I like to do repetitions. You can use time, so you can hang out on a spot for 1 to 2 minutes. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to find the spot where I feel a little restricted. And then from here, butt's going to stay planted on the ground. You want to make sure your rib cage is held in place. You don't want to, if you notice on this one how my rib cage flares, you want to make sure you're keeping it solid and all the movement is coming from that mid back. So I'll spend, 10, 15 reps just kind of hitting different spots in my upper back to open that up to prep me for my squat. What I like to do next is usually roll out the hamstrings and the calves. So I'll just put it under the leg there, and then I'll just spend a minute or two just kind of hunting, looking for those areas that are a little tender, feel a little restricted. I'll work down through the calf all the way to my heel, and I spend anywhere from a minute or two on both sides. Another area that I like to work that gets especially tight on me, and I think gets neglected a lot when people are mobilizing their hips, is the inside of the leg here, the adductors, and from the inside of the knee all the way to the groin. So the way that I roll it out is you're gonna get down kind of on your stomach and put that foam roller on the inside of your thigh. And basically same thing, just kind of hunting around looking for those tender, tight spots. Depending on what your mobility allows, you can do some flossing here. So I'm bending and straightening the leg. That's gonna help restore the motion between that tissues. If you're just someone who's super tight, you don't have to do that. Spend about a minute, 2 minutes, both sides. So after I've gone through my foam rolling, I like to go through more of a dynamic warm-up where I'm taking my joints through some motion to open them up for the squat. For demonstration purposes, I'll show you 2 of them that I like. This first one, I call it the inchworm to the greatest stretch in the world. Now mind you, I've been working at this for a while, so my range of motion is okay. You just work within whatever range of motion is comfortable for you. So starting from here, you're gonna bend down, touch the floor, walk yourself out. From here, you want to try and get your foot as close to your hand as possible. You can drop to the knee if you want. You can drop to a forearm if you want. You're going to twist open, come back down, step back, and you repeat on the opposite side. And I like to do anywhere from 5 to 10 reps. And then the last move I like to do is actually just put myself in the bottom of a squat. One of the best advice I ever heard was work your restriction. So at one point I had a lot of trouble getting into the bottom of a squat, so that's what I did. So one of the best ways you can do that is take a dumbbell or a kettlebell, get yourself in your squat position. This is gonna help keep you balanced, and then you're just gonna drop down, go slow and controlled, and go down until you hit your bottom position. Now it's going to be different for everybody depending on where you are in your mobility. I have the mobility to sit in the bottom. Some people might be really tight and up here. Some people might be here. So it really depends person to person. But ideally what you want to do is if you have trouble getting in the bottom of a squat, that's where you want to put yourself and hang out in that position for 1 to 2 minutes. All right, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.